There's a storm out there, but I don't care. Yeah, I've got minds with a page. Here we go now. Okay. Minds with a page. You know you were tracking every move it makes. You know it's minds with a page. You know you won't let us all get blown away. Is it just me or is there spinach in it? There's spaghetti models and empty rum bottles, and sometimes Louis says hi. Hey, Louis. But you don't get no hurries and don't have no worries, cause we're drunk donkey nationwide. Everybody now. Minds with a page. You know he'll be tracking every move it makes. You know it's minds with a page. You know he won't let us all get blown away. Did I ever tell you the story of the drunk donkey? Once upon a time, there was this weather woman. You can come as a pilot, stay kind of quiet, but you know you love watching MySpace. Yes, what do you do? Put your chrome head shirt on, watch it live on your phone, and drink drunk donkey beer all day. Here we go now. Minds with a page. You know he'll be tracking every move it makes. You know it's minds with a page. You know he won't let us all get blown away.
All right. What's up?
I think that's
Juicy
Juicy Jerry.
Jerry. me and my adjectives. Eric with a K. How's everybody doing? Good morning. Thank you, Jay. All right, Brew Crew, don't give up on the microphone yet. All right, good morning. Hey, what's up? It's Wednesday. How are you doing out there in the internet world? Good, I hope. Everybody good? Good. Good. So we're going to talk a little weather. My boy Louis did not disappoint me. Sometimes Louis says hi. Guess what? He came to me when he heard the song. I did not have to go get him. He knows it's his job. Shauna from Texas. The new name. Shauna, what's up? Scott, yeah, stay safe. I'm not sure what everybody's talking about it, but hey, good luck, Scott. Oh my good, what's up, buddy? How you doing, man? Louis is doing a lot better. He's really back to his old self. He was playing yesterday. He went and grabbed a toy, and he was playing by himself. It was a little sad, but he was ripping it up. Right? Oh, he didn't like that. Oh, he didn't like that at all. I get a little violent with him. He likes to play more with me. I love it when he starts boxing with me on the couch. Give me a kiss. Hey. Oh, you trying to be more vocal, Shauna? Those are little things. Alex. Give me a kiss. The OG. What's up, Miss Shelley? So we're going to talk a little weather. Morning, Richard. Good morning, James. How you doing? We got Emily Rose. Good morning. Half Pint, Tallahassee. He's doing a lot better, Lou, yes. It's hotter, Stephen. Not really sure. We got a big high pressure. Hey, Robert Bowman, good morning. Just high pressure. High pressure is big and driving all that moisture towards the Pacific right now. And anytime we get that high pressure, things get hot. Now we got a big one up in the Northeast coming. We're going to talk about it. Reed Bullock. What's up, Reed? Hey, thank you, Loretta Reed. Talking about the interview yesterday morning. Thank you. Chelsea, good morning. Humidity is awful. Morgan, your area is terrible. I don't know what's going on up there. What are you doing, buddy? You're such a good boy. So anyway, let's talk a little weather. This is our, Panthers won. Yeah, I'm not really a big I was trying to find the dang Rays game. We went to Whiskey Wings last night, and they didn't have really it on. And then I went to Buffalo Wild Wings, they didn't have it on. Went to Hennessy's, they didn't have it on. Everybody was into the hockey. So the Rays lost anyways. Big yawn coming. Ready? Louis, ready? So we're going to be live tomorrow. Remember, you can always go to the top of the page here. It tells you when our next Daily Brew is. Right here, Daily Brew, next Daily Brew, Wednesday, today. We'll be live tomorrow. Nothing on Friday. I'll be up in Minnesota for a wedding. We were up in Wisconsin. So prepare for some non-weather posts, people, from Minnesota. We actually have a lot of people that follow us in Minnesota. Carrie, your Orioles. Oh, boo. What's up, Karen? Morning, Christy from Texas. Morning, Ocala. Stacy. Heat dome, Chris. You got that right. Talking about 100 degrees in New York City. New York City? What was that commercial back in the day? Salsa or something? New York City. Salsa, that's what it was, Tiffany. I love marketing. Anybody else used to go to bed watching infomercials, or I think they were called infomercials. Infomercials, maybe. That was weird. Back in the day, before phones, that's what I would watch at night. Remember Billy Mays? Salsa. It was salsa. Pocono Sunday, Tyler. I like the way you talk. I guess we'll take a look at it. Walleye guy. See, hey, we were just talking about your fish, walleye. I'm going to do another walleye post about the fish. James, you're live tomorrow. That's right, buddy. Heat dome, Stephen. Well, it's just a big high pressure. There's not a lot of cold fronts coming down. You know, everything stems from the Arctic up there, and we get these dips and jet streams, cold fronts, and when that high pressure is strong, we don't get anything. Yeah, but wait, there's more. We just don't get anything that comes around, and that's what heats things up. Kind of normal. We get a very strong high pressure early in the season sometimes, and that kind of sets the pattern for the year, with tropics at least, and that's kind of why, you know, a little concerned about the hurricane season west of 60 degrees because of the stronger Bermuda high. So we'll see. But I love infomercials. I'm in a violent mood today, Louie. You're in trouble. God, it's hot out. Humidity. Billy May, he was crazy. Let's go, tarpon. Perch. All right, we'll try perch this time. Winter's going to be interesting, Justin, because we're going to be pointing towards possible La Nina again. So that usually spells deeper cold fronts, which could be stronger weather, cooler weather, periods of storms. Kind of almost exactly like it was last year. Oh, my God. Hocevar, Jesse Rice. So I was watching the Earnhardt movie again with my dad. I love that movie. Oh, my God. So me and my dad watched 1.5 episodes yesterday. I'm going to leave here today and go watch some more with him. But I was thinking of Earnhardt with Hocevar. And what he's starting out to be like kind of reminds me of Earnhardt. Mexico Beach. What's up with that? Let's put on there. All right, so big thanks to A, B, C, Fine Wine and Spirits. We're going to be doing a meet and greet soon, I hope. And a couple of them throughout the year. We were dealing with hurricanes last season, so we weren't able to have any fun. So I'm hoping to get my good friends from Jim Beam to put together some meet and greets. Come as friends, leave as family. Give away some swag. So stay tuned for that if you live in Florida. But big thanks to my good friends at ABC for all that they do. Let's put on the satellite map here. This will be our screenshot for Louie. Louie, let's pretend we're looking at the computer now, all right? Because we have a monitor over here, too. Look, Louie. Look. Let's look like, wow. Ready? You looking? Oh, he's really, really violent today. He's in a playful mood, and now I am too. Arr, arr. What's a pirate's favorite letter? Arr. Are you mad at me? Let's sit you down. I wish you could see this. He likes to sit like a person. Are you human? Are you a human? Oh, my buddy. Hey, T-minus like 3 weeks before we get Longo. Knob Creek. Jay, come on now. You got to support Jim Beam. They support us. Cletus, we are doing something. I hope one day. Cletus called me. We talked on the phone. We're going to do something fun together soon, I hope. And by the way, there you go. Everybody should get a Louis cup. The original OG of Mike's Weather Page. We got this cup 7 years ago. You got to get a Louis cup. And you can get it in a million colors. I think they're $20. You could drink your coffee. I think I need to start a thread every morning. Cheers. And we all cheers every morning. Every morning is a gift with our Louis cup. Justin, great question. I think we are in a sleeping mode right now in the Pacific or Atlantic. Very normal. Very odd, I know, but it's normal. I do want to race, Mike Soul. I want a car. Cletus, I want to race. My bucket list is about this big. Really, the only thing left on my bucket list is go to Bermuda, go to Belize. I want to go to the Virgin Islands. I want to go to Barbados. I want to go to the Lesser Antilles. So that's kind of one trip. And then I want to race because I'm a damn good racer. I'd be 52-year-old kicking ass. Them kids wouldn't be able to run with me, man. I got drive. I got a weird spark inside of me. I refuse to lose. Anybody going cruising on the Margaritaville in a week? We're going out in the first. Anybody going? Crystal, thanks for the cheers. Yeah, I was on Fox yesterday. Richard, awesome, man. Thank you, buddy. That was amazing. Only problem is Cleve is a lot younger than me. I grew up watching Dale. Julie and I went to Talladega and watched his last win. I saw him win at Daytona in 98. I saw his last win at Talladega with Julie when he came from like 17th to 1st. You remember that? That was the most amazing victory. You know a funny story? I got two funny stories to tell you. One was that race. We're standing in the stands. Everybody's watching the pack go by. And everybody's heads are this. And here's my head. I'm like back here. Everybody's over here, and I'm over here because I'm watching Earnhardt. I'm an Earnhardt fan. And I started seeing Earnhardt coming. Like he was racing to the front. And I started jumping up and down. I was so excited. Everybody's probably wondering, what am I cheering at? Well, because I was watching Earnhardt make the moves. Nobody was paying attention, and he ended up winning. The other crazy moment was Dale Earnhardt Jr. I was on the back straightaway with my good friend Jim Fuller. Remember when Daytona had seats in the back straightaway back when it was big? NASCAR was big. You want me to tell you why NASCAR was big? Because you could relate to the drivers. Your drivers were your heroes. Half of these guys could walk into Chili's tonight and I wouldn't recognize them because marketing is branding your driver. The Harry Gants, the Bobby Allisons, the Cale Yarboroughs, like the Jeff Gordons. You loved your guy. Your guy was you. That was your hero. These freaking kids now, they're a bunch of whiny little rich kids, man. I hate them all. No, I don't. I hate the mentality of a lot of them. How about that? They're just rich and whiny and flying their private jets and, you know, the ratings prove it. They lost a lot of the core race fans because you can't relate. They're not like us. Anyway. So Dale Earnhardt Jr., on the back straightaway, he was in the number 3 red or blue AC Delco number 3, and I remember that race like it was yesterday. And I'm standing on the steps because we had end seats, and I was watching him, and he got hit, and he started flipping. And my buddy, everybody's looking this way, and I'm looking at the wreck. I start banging on my buddy Fuller's leg. Well, guess what? I was down one step. I was banging on his older gentleman's head. And I'm banging on it like, Jim! And what the hell you doing? His kid popped up like he was going to beat my butt. It was all okay, but I'll never forget that because I thought I was banging on my buddy Jim's leg, but it was some poor guy that was sitting there because I was one step down. But anyway, he was flipping right in front of us because we were on the back straightaway at Daytona. So, but I can go into NASCAR all day long. Let's make the car tomorrow. Yeah, everybody can relate to that. My dad bought an 85 Thunderbird because of Bill Elliott. Like, he loved that car. You know, what wins on Sunday sells on Monday. Yeah, let's make a COT car. Yeah, this stupid wing on it and stupid spoiler that looks ridiculous. That's like, come on. They pay people for these decisions? Why do you think Tony Stewart got out of it? Oh, I was there too, John, at Daytona when Junior won. That was crazy. The crowd at Daytona when Junior won that race. He had the All-Star car. I was there. Oh, my God. It was amazing. All right, we're watching Satellite right now. No, I didn't see that documentary there, Justin. Which one's that? Kerry Yarbo was awesome, man. He was the man. So yeah, we'll be on to Margaritaville coming up. Oh, you know what, Justin? I think I saw that. I did think I saw that. He was a big fan too, right? I think I did see that. Anyway, hey, Paul Schaub. What's up, buddy? My good friend Paul. I only have a couple friends in my life. Paul, you're one of them. Thank you, buddy. Yeah, I was on Fox yesterday. That was a crazy little interview. Yeah, one lug nut. I mean, come on. Chocolate Myers, man. Them guys out there pumping gas. Oh, you're a Winston girl, Becky? What? I might have had a crush on you. That's awesome. I forgot about the girls. Remember, what was his name? Bill Broderick, the guy from Unical 76 that was always in every winner's circle? Nothing. Nobody's got anything to worry about, Marlene. Nope. Morning, Rochelle. Heather, what's up? What's up, Hurricane? No, Hurricane, yeah, Shelly. So anyway, here, short track, yep, totally bad. Well, I tell you, paddling, is it right? One thing about NASCAR too, there was unpredictability, right? We didn't have. I remember I was at Charlotte with my mom and dad, and I remember Allison and Yarborough racing into one, and one of them engine expired, and I remember that. There's no unpredictability. That's you got to have unpredictability. That's why sports are great. Right? Every pitch of the ball, you don't know what's going to happen. Unfortunately, with NASCAR, you just fast forward a race half the time, and you know, there's no unpredictability. You know, Bristol would sell out. Here's how stupid marketing is. Bristol, you could not buy a ticket at Bristol, right? Let's tear it down and make it better. If it ain't broke, don't fix it. They've been rebuilding Bristol now. How long? They made it dirt one time. I mean, that bump and run, man, the unpredictability. It was a boring race, yeah, but you know what? You had drivers that you loved, and you had drivers that you hated, and it was, and then they took that away. You couldn't open your mouth anymore. You get fined. Can't talk. Take the gloves off. Put them back on. Ward Burton, if you could understand Ward Burton. Thank you, Lessa. Can't wait for the new puppy, Gus. Yeah, oh my God, I'm so excited. I'm like a little kid. I cannot wait. What's Shelly saying? No, I didn't have enough coffee yet. What are you talking about? I actually woke up late today. Oh, they fined him, right? Yeah, he made a comment, right? I don't know. Well, I got my blood work yesterday, and I stayed out a little late. I got the results. I'm afraid to look at them. Oh my God, Sharon! Yeah, I've been talking a lot about that, Sharon Gray. That documentary. Paul Schaub, did you watch the documentary yet? I watched all 4 episodes. I just I watched it again yesterday with my dad. I just can't believe how good that is. Thank you, Lisa. Yeah, everybody's saying thank you. Thank you about the interview. I was really, really, really. Obviously, I posted it a lot yesterday. I got a picture here. Let me put it on there. There we go. So, I don't know why this meant so much to me yesterday. But it did. You know, when I storm chase and people reach out, I'm in the moment. But this was a scheduled interview, so I was a little amped up for it. You know, I didn't know what they were going to ask, and I thought I went pretty good. And it's kind of big for me, you know. Fox Weather, their ratings are as good as Weather Channel now. So, and I appreciate the non-political post. I don't care. You know, I've been on CNN and Fox, but anyway, it was a big day. Thank you everybody for letting me share that. So we'll see. We'll see how many more years we got. You know, I always refer every time I hear Bad Company's shooting star, I think of my journey, and you know, everybody's a shooting star. They mentioned that at Dale Earnhardt's interview. So much of that Dale Earnhardt show is me, man. The way that, unfortunately, at times, I raise Emily very strict, very, I'm an asshole. But it's all being a good dad, you know. I mean, hopefully it molds her into a good person and tough person, you know. And I think a lot of us look at that movie and think of our parents and you as parents and good lessons and those simple one-liners, you know. But anyway, that was a good day. Appreciate it. I was proud. Thank you, everybody. It was awesome. Hey, I got this in the mail yesterday. I want to share this. And by the way, I need to email. They mentioned it yesterday, and I didn't know what you're all talking about. So we got a new puppy coming, Longo. You know, we lost Hunter. Someone sent me a whole bunch of these. I know they're not going to show up very well. Oh, actually, you can kind of see it. Let me turn it a little bit. Let me get it over in the camera. Look at that. I almost saw it right there. See the etched? Let me turn it. Oh, look at that. You can see it really good. Shelly, I need to get you one. I'll make sure you get one too. Look at that. Isn't that awesome? And it's got him on the back. Got some wings on the back. It says Love and Memory Hunter. Let's see if I can get it on the screen here a little bit. Very, very thoughtful. And I got a very nice, you know how I love these handwritten letters. I'm going to save it. The Kings. So if you're watching, the Kings, thank you. Please say you're watching. Been following me from Northwest Florida, 8 years. They had these made. Local jeweler to have these made, and they donated. Oh my God, they're so the local jeweler. The Kings went to the local jeweler, and they were fans of the page and had them donated. So I wish. If you're watching the Kings, please reach out and we can share your store because you donated these nice little keepsakes. And I'll keep one in my truck, my Hunter truck. My buddy. I miss him so much. So, that was nice. I didn't watch Bristol. Yeah, racing's better. Probably, see, racing's different. It's like, yeah, we need his picture during broadcast. That would be cool. Yeah, my God. No, then I'd probably get sad. I don't want to get sad. We're going to say a few more hellos and we'll get into the weather. There's not a lot to talk about, obviously. We got Eric right here. It's going to be 110 miles an hour. So close, yet so far. Look at that. So close, yet so far. That is the Pacific's 5th storm of the year, Hurricane Eric. It's going to hug Acapulco there eastward. We got a lot of hurricane warnings up. Could reach 110 miles an hour, close to major hurricane. They use their own names in the Pacific, by the way. So we have not yet had an A storm in the Pacific or Atlantic. They've already had 5 storms in the Pacific. And we got this blob up in the lower BOC, I almost said Gulf of M. Oh, God, I don't know what to say. The Gulf. I don't know. I almost did it. we've had this blob the last 3 days, and it just fades away. It's just morning convection. A lot of things are big in the morning and they get smaller. I feel like Justin Danger right there. Did you know? Oh, we're gonna introduce Longo. I can't wait, John. I cannot wait. Little Longo needed a home, and we were there for him. So this little blob is nothing. Some of this moisture might reach South Texas, but man, it's a stretch. It's going to definitely bring a lot of rains up to Mexico. It's going to turn in there. But that's it. That's what we got. A lot of moisture. Bob, I got your message. But a lot of this moisture is coming across Central America and getting going to the Pacific. So we're going to talk a little bit more about that. But that's that. All right. So, hey, it's exciting stuff today. I got Panasonic coming to the house. They donated a new Tough Book for my truck. So their installation team's actually coming here, traveling here, and they're installing it in the Storm Chaser. So big shout out to Panasonic. They don't want anything in return. They just wanted to make sure I had a good laptop in my truck and mounted properly and powered sourced properly. So they're running a big inverter and everything. All the power is going to be professionally directed to the battery, and we're going to have a Tough Book streaming this year, top of the line Intel. So thank you for that, Panasonic. I'll share pictures down the road. I shared this yesterday. I always think this is crazy fascinating. Y'all should do it too, especially when we have sunshine and clouds. This is really fun. And this is funny. Like weather. I learned weather with everybody, and I never really thought about this until a couple years ago. You see these big storm clouds, especially at night, and you see lightning, and you think it's heat lightning because you don't hear thunder. Another topic, another day. Save it for Dennis. And you don't realize how far away those clouds are. Like yesterday, I'm here in Oldsmar, looking to the north. Big old, beautiful clouds growing, and pull up the radar, and you're like, holy cow, this thing's like middle Pasco County. It looks like it's there, but it's 30, 40, 50 miles to the north. So a little fun thing to do is download an app. I like Radar Scope, and I really love WeatherWise. They're both free. And, you'll look at a storm cloud and then pull up the radar and see how far away it is, and you'll be like, oh my God, that's in Orlando. Especially at night, it's crazy to think. Like, you'll see the thunder and the lightning, or can't see thunder, you can see lightning. You see the lightning, and you're like, oh wow, it's right there, and then it's like Lakeland or Orlando. You're like, oh my God, that's so far away. I thought that was interesting. So, all right, here's your rainfall the next 5 days. Let's do the weekend. You can see this high pressure flow that we've had blocking a lot of action here. So the East Coast has been denied a little bit more than normal because of this strong high rotating around. So we've had a lot of rain in the upper Gulf, a lot of rain on the middle western part of Florida. You can start to see the rain bubbling in there from Eric. Not really sure how much is going to reach South Texas, but it looks like you're going to still have a chance for some heavy rain towards the end of the week, but not like we were showing earlier. That's it. That's your rainfall 5 days. Obviously, the rainy season's kind of here. A lot of flow coming out of the Gulf. A lot of moisture. Anytime, any place. Is it going to rain? Might rain. You don't know when, where. We've had this crazy pattern here with rains overnight. We had another round yesterday coming through late evening, which is odd. Kind of odd. It's weird actually. The overnight rain's pushing up through South Florida northward. So that's been the pattern we've been in. There's your rainfall totals. Hard to predict what's going on, but that's that. There's your rainfall chances today. I put this up there, whatever. But the highest chances along the central upper coast, 20, 30%, 40%, 40%, 14%, almost 0% on the East Coast. And that's because we have a high pressure blocking pattern, winds coming in. So it's probably windy over there, just not a lot of rain. Low rain chances across Carolina. This is rainfall chances today. Obviously, the storms across the middle part of the U.S. all the way to the Great Lakes today. We'll talk about that. There's your storms today, storm map. random showers. This is very deceiving, even though we got green all the way to the Atlantic coast side of Florida and the Carolinas. It just means the environment's juicy. Doesn't mean you're going to get it. It just means there's a chance, There's a chance. You go to Miller's Ale House on a Thursday night back in the day here in Palm Harbor, and it was, ladies' night, and you go in, there's a chance. You might meet somebody, but you always leave without that chance. So, even though you're light green, there's a chance, but not everybody's going to walk out with a date. So you just go back again next week and buy more Millers. So it's deceiving map. It just means the environment's possibly, if there is a storm cloud, it'll be isolated thunderstorms. That's all. Doesn't mean everybody's going to get it. Very deceiving. But anyway, who is going to get it? Dark green, yellow, and orange. Big storms today across upper parts there. Tornado chances are very real. Indiana, Dusty, are you watching? What's up, Dale? All of Indiana, a little bit of Illinois and Ohio there, up to Michigan. So we could see some tornadoes today. Definitely. 5% chance usually means there's going to be a tornado. So that's today. Tomorrow, all that spreads mid-Atlantic northward. And North Carolina down to Georgia. We can see some strong storms. We have this system pushing over that way. This is why we might get a little bit of those rains pull up into the Gulf tomorrow and Thursday and Friday. Or Friday from Eric, because of the system pushing the high, flowing a little bit more to the north. I can talk less weather. We have 8 more minutes. Weather-wise, great. It is hard, walleye. Yeah, the only problem is Bill. Yep. I know, man. I eat well. I just probably don't, Remember years ago I said we should lock the pantry at night? I woke up this morning to a bag of pretzels on the counter. So everything that I saved for the day, I made up for. And I really didn't need those pretzels. I would have been just as happy to go to bed without the pretzels. I don't know why I had to have pretzels. Because you know what? I woke up feeling the same. But I ate a lot of pretzels last night. Lock the pantry door. Morning, Jeff from Tennessee. So that's the storms tomorrow. That's it. All right, let's talk about tropics. We got a new tropics hazards map came out yesterday. This is why I let the girls decide on a vacation. They want to go on a cruise again. So we are hitting the water. But I did my homework first. It didn't look like we had anything coming. We'll see. It's not camping. Not camping. Every time I book a camping trip, maybe a cruise. Anyway, so we're going out of Tampa. Nothing big. Margaritaville. We love Margaritaville. It's our 3rd time on the ship. Maybe 4th time. 4th time, maybe. I don't know. So anyway, tropics hazards map came out yesterday, and you can see there's no areas on the Atlantic. Everything's staying in the Pacific. That technically puts us all the way to July 8th. Wow. That's why the Firecracker 400 should have stayed in July. Now it's the end of August. Peak hurricane season. Yeah, let's move the race to peak hurricane season. But anyway, there you go. So nothing. That's new. Hey, cheers to that. Right? Things staying slow. Here is the latest 7-day. If you're curious, I have this on my website. I look at it I don't need to look at it. I kind of usually know what it's going to show because we look long range. But anyway, there's nothing official. There's your 15-day European ensemble list, and you can see pretty much nothing. A couple little waves, but nothing. 51 members. You would need 50. You would need these light grays aren't anything other than low pressure centers. You look at the color map up here. Green is 1,000. Blue is 980 to 990. Blue is when things get organized. So we don't see that. Maybe 1 or 2 in the lower BOC, but that's very very quiet signature there. So there you go. Till things change. Strong high pressure system dominating. Waves are coming off really low, and they're coming into lower part of the islands there into South America. They're crossing over, and then they get going here in the Pacific. So a lot of dry air. There's your Cape Verde Islands. Typically, storms need to be a little more to the north. That's what Beryl did last year. We were already talking about Beryl last year. Last year, Beryl was end of June, and we were already talking about Beryl. Beryl was a bad one. Cat 5 for the islands. That was just 1 year ago. Never know what you're going to get. All right, so I've been tracking the new Google AI. Everybody's talking about it online, excited about it. Every storm gets lucky. Every storm's right once. Every storm's wrong once. I'm tracking it. And right now it's going to be interesting because by the way, Shelly, yesterday I found it. It was the prior run. It didn't update. So I had to click the prior run of it, early morning run, to see this. I don't know what it's showing. I don't care what it shows today. So we're going to keep it honest. Yesterday morning, it was predicting Eric to only be down to 983 pressure. Barely a Cat 1. If it gets to 110, like it's predicted, then the Google AI is wrong. Everybody was really expecting this to be the best. And it will have its day. Every model has its day. But very curious about the pressure. Pressure is everything. Pressure is what I look at, obviously, a lot of folks. So it was predicting Eric to... Oh, my yard guy's here. I was so worried yesterday during the Fox interview. I text my lawn guy, and I'm like, please tell me you're not coming 12:30 to 1. now he's here, which is fine. There's nothing more unprofessional than, being in an office and all of a sudden the yard guy. Or Emily wakes up and flushes the toilet. Associated Press came to the house years ago in 21, and they did an interview in our house, and they looked around. They're like, okay, where's the studio? I'm like, it's right here. It's my chair and my laptop, or my monitor. At the time, I had 2 monitors. Now I have 3. Loretta Reed, your morning, thank you. Brianna, we could do that. Hey, subtropical storms used to not be named either. Used to not be. Is that a real term? Used to not be. Warzone, Robert. Yeah, I've been following that, buddy. Oh, don't you start barking. I know he's out there. It's okay. Louis, it's okay. Louis just barked. I'm wondering if the new dog's going to be able to bark, because Hunter couldn't bark. Little Longo. I love Margaritaville Islander, Deanna. I love the staff. I love the crew. I love the management. I love that ship. I love it, 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 love it. I've been on so many Royal. I love Royal too, but I like the smaller ships. I just like the smaller ships. Less people, less walking. You know where everything's at. You don't get lost in the hallways. We will have a season like 04 again. We kind of had it last year, Justin, if you think about it. We had Debbie, Milton, and Helene in Florida. Jake, thank you for that. Thank you, Jake Tiller. Is that your daughter on your picture there? Space Coast, Melanie, what's up? Just reading back some comments here. Mark Hall, yeah, weather is weird. The heat advisory. I will never talk about Alaska again. I never got more hate mail than that. I can't. Then I get people mad that I type C-S-E-A. People are mad. Why don't be mad? Oh, we got new people in Brew Crew. Who's new? Who's new over there? Brew Crew. Hello, hello, hello. Heat lightning. I know, my buddy Dennis. Was that a funny story with Dennis the other day? So Dennis posted something, or I posted about I didn't know it was going to rain, and he said, "We should have watched me," and I wrote whatever. Simple. 2 buddies. That's what people do. I am the most sarcastic person on the planet. people got mad at him. They got mad at me. He texts me like, what the heck? And I'm like, I don't know, man. What are you talking about? Well, I should have put a smiley face. People got mad. So anyway, we're going to keep the Google AI on the radar and see how well it does with Eric, because it only predicted to be 983. Current tropical tidbits modeling is showing this on Eric down to 971. That would be the H-Wharf. The H-Mon showing, I haven't looked at these yet, 978. So more in line with the Google. Halves A, 971. And then halves B, 970. So Google AI is way above all these three. So, I'm looking for another intensity model. Euro and others aren't very well at intensity, but they're very well on track. So, and if you're curious where that's at, that's more Acapulco area. And I know we have people probably watching down there. So the good news is at least the rough side of the storm will be off to your east. As the storm approaches, there's Acapulco down, I don't know these areas, San Padre, Pachitala. That's terrible. But there you go. Anyway, that's it. We got a large stretch of hurricane warnings, though, because it's going to kind of skirt Mexico there. Good thing NASCAR wasn't there, right? But there you go. That's that. All right, enough of that. What else we got? So we got the models. 10 o'clock, we're there. Hey, I wanted to pull this out. I posted this earlier. It's very interesting. So we talk a lot about water temperatures. Let me close this window. I thought I had another one up. Maybe not. Let me close some windows here. All right, water temperatures. So these are your anomaly maps, 1981 to 2010. We will be live tomorrow, not Friday. We'll be live tomorrow, Thursday. We'll be live next week, Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, not Friday. So Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday next week. Tomorrow we'll be live. These are your anomaly maps showing you waters compared to normal, 1981 to 2020. They're found on tropicaltidbits.com. But you can see the water. The big talking point is the water in the Western Atlantic, Eastern Atlantic, main development region, MDR, is cooler than normal. It is. We've had a lot of winds. We've had a strong high pressure, winds upwell, cooler water. We've had a lot of dust, normal this time of year, but all that's making the water cooler than normal. However, it's not affecting the areas that I worry about the most, would be homegrown systems, Gulf, Western Atlantic, north of, the islands there. So, but what's interesting is we've had 5 storms in the Pacific, and look, the water out there is about normal, even a little cooler than normal because of all the storms, but yet we still have possible major hurricane Eric. So water temps get a lot of discussion, but it's not everything. It's not everything. The water's still hot. Doesn't mean, a lot of agendas on posts sometimes make everybody feel better. The waters are colder than normal. They are, but it doesn't mean we can't still have a storm. So you just don't want to let your guards down. The Pacific waters are cooler than normal, and they're still popping out 5 named storms. So it doesn't mean we won't have a storm. It just means they're cooler than normal. And we can still get a storm. So don't think that's going to end hurricane season. Here's a temperature map, by the way. It is warm over there, though. It is hot, 86 degrees. And that's a big part of why these storms are popping over there. 84.9, 84. It's still hot, though. It's still 84 degrees in the Caribbean, 84.9, 85. So water temperatures are almost the same between the two basins here, Pacific Atlantic. But the conditions, as I mentioned before, in the Atlantic right now with the dust, the dry air, the big high pressure, lack of moisture, basically there's just no seeds there, and they just end up crossing over. Week goes west systems go more west. They ride that intertropical convergence zone, and they end up on the Pacific side, and then they get going because the conditions over there are a lot better. And you can see that really good on a lot of sites. But this is it. This is a great map. This shows you extremely, very, very noticeable flow of winds here. And that's why these storms are coming up on the west part of Florida. That's why we're denied here, because of dry air. We're getting a lot of juice in the upper Gulf because of that, and then we're getting a lot of curving around here in the Carolinas even. But these waves come across, they end up going down here, and they just end up riding these winds, and they end up plopping out over here where the winds are a lot more stable. And you can see this with the intertropics convergence zone over there. Get rid of the arrow, but see, a lot of times these winds create storms because we have winds coming up from the south. We got winds coming from the north, kind of like a little top. It creates a lot of spin in the atmosphere, and then they get going. So we just don't see that right now that we normally see. And when the areas that do show that are still coming in at an angle like that. And until these winds start to do that, these waves really don't have a chance to get spinning. And usually they come off at 10 degrees anyways. This is really low. So that's the pattern we're in. We just got a very strong high, and that's what's going on. It should change. It does historically. We'll see if it does or not. Temperatures coming up. I want to talk about this, and then it's 10:06, so we'll be live tomorrow. The magic number is 80. That's right. Welcome. Hey, Steve, how's it going? Steve, you still with that picture? Let's see how good my Google Photos are. What do I got today? I got something today I got to get ready for. God, man, thank God I got a Google Calendar. Next week I got 2 conventions I'm doing speaking. One at the FWC. I won't show that. All right, let's see. I'm going to type up Gulf Shores. Let's see if it pops up. Let's see. How about, it didn't pop up like I was hoping to. How about just, well, let's see here. Let me tell you about 2020 now. No, let's do Alabama. Let's see if that comes up. Man, that's not doing very good. Oh, you know why? Because I think I'm linked to the wrong damn phone here. I think I'm on the wrong Google photo account. Yeah, I am. Crap. Well, maybe not. Okay, let's see. No, yeah, this is Julie's Google Photos. All right. Since I'm very entertained right now, we are going to switch over to my other account and see if Google Photos updates. We have one family Google Photos account, and then we have oh, there's Zeta. We're getting closer. We're getting closer. It was Zeta, I believe. Nope. God darn it. Alright. I don't know what the hell I'm doing. Let's see this. Let's do sign. This was called an epic fail. Oh, now we got signs. Signs everywhere. Sign. I got signs everywhere now. I got snow signs because I was in a lot of snow pictures. Oh, there's Gulf Boulevard. We're getting there. I got Herald. Got a sign with snow. I got the infamous McDonald's in Perry, Florida. Remember that one? That was the one from Idalia that everybody got shared. Oh, now I'm very curious here if it's going to pop up. I got Tallahassee, more snow, a lot of signs, a lot of snow signs. I'm going to find this picture. I'll find it tomorrow. Nope. Thought I found it. There was a flood down in... How about the Buford sign? That was the best one. Buford. There's a lot of signs on my phone here. I got a lot of signs. I need to update I need to delete some of these. Oh, let's see. How about sign damage? AI is not very smart. Somebody took a picture of me the other day and AI'd it, and I had no hair. All right, this is my last. We're gonna do 30 more seconds here, and then we're gonna be done. I'm getting a lot of signs, a lot of damaged signs now. I feel like such a loser. There's a boat in the water. What the hell's up with that? Oh well. I'm not going to lose any sleep over it, Steve. But I thought it for sure. There's all kinds of hurricane photos on my phone now, but just not the one that I wanted. Oh well. I'm so persistent. I just feel like I need to find it. I know I'm going to find it. I'm going to hold my breath. I guess I can still talk. I just can't. I'm trying so hard. Remember this photo? This was funny. That was me in the Fox truck. Remember that was during Nicole. A big Fox truck pulled up next to me. I'm like, oh, I feel like a little guy. Next time, Steve. Heat. Let's talk about the heat. Then I'm going to go. Look at that. I don't even know what the heck I'm looking at. There's a lot of red. A lot of red. Hazardous heat. That's north of Florida, obviously. Everybody. This is another map I shared yesterday. Mid-Atlantic northward. Hazardous heat toward the end of the month. 625, 626, 627, 628. Basically, high pressure. Going to lock in the heat dome. And they're talking about 100 degrees. I was going to look at windy real quick. Just to give an idea, let's go to about the 25th, 26th. Kind of show you. And the problem is like Washington here, 100 degrees. Look at this. This is on Monday the 23rd. It's just going to be hot, man. I mean, this is 3 p.m. Let's go a little forward. There's 102 in Philadelphia. This is Monday, for example. Pennsylvania, a lot of these folks don't have air conditioners. So y'all are like, it's summer. Yeah, well, most people, Martinsville 100, Wilkesboro 100. Look at Charlotte 100. This is Monday. Columbia 100. I mean, it's going to be that way for several days. It's just not, I didn't pick that one date. Tuesday, let's see, it might be a little hotter. Yeah, see, there's Tuesday, 100, 102, 100 in Atlanta, 104 in Greensboro, Wilkesboro, 100. Holy crap, 102 in New York. Look at that. That's crazy. That's next week. Look at that, 102 in New York City. New York City? So anyway, the heat's coming. Just wanted to show. Let's look at the radar today, then we'll be done. I rambled on enough. 12Z is done loading. Here's your flow pattern today. Again, there's your storms popping up the upper Gulf like normal. This is today. Little popping showers from Texas eastward. A lot of these are going to be cycling in for the East Coast. Here's the storms. Obviously, we talked a lot about today. All of Indiana is in a possible tornado risk today. Later, Wednesday, there's your storms later tonight, flowing up around again. This is overnight, so another round of overnight possible storms. This is 10 o'clock tonight. So the same pattern. And there's that Boeing line tomorrow. Could make its way down. This is tomorrow morning. So we could see a line of storms there, Arkansas across, spreading down. And they might end up reaching the upper Gulf, maybe. This is tomorrow. This is tomorrow, 4 p.m., 5 p.m., 4 p.m. So cool. Well, there you go. Let's do a shout out to OSR, Tammy, Kent, and crew. They have donated 10. I don't know if they're all Yetis. I opened up one box. One. It doesn't matter Yeti or not. They're nice coolers. They're wrapped. They got OSR. They got Mike's Weather Page on them. We're going to be raffling those off. Not a raffle. Giving those away. We're going to be doing the fun posts like we've done in the past. You know, share a photo type of thing. And get your name in a hat. And we'll mail you a OSR Yeti for free. They just wanted to support Mike's Weather Page. They've been around 10 years. They've been sponsors of our page for at least 5 of those, I think. And they're linemen, you know, follow us, and I do a lot with them. And they're really excited that they are celebrating their 10th year anniversary. Being in, you know, business is OSR, and they wanted to donate 10 coolers. I think they're all Yetis. I don't want to get in trouble. I only opened up one box, but they're all expensive. Stephanie, what's up? Miss you at the Gulf Coast Jam. But anyway, look for that. I'm going to probably post one this week. And one lucky weather fan will win a Yeti wrapped with Mike's Weather Page and OSR. So, isn't that cool? So, thanks to OSR for that. So, watch for that news soon. And it's an amazing company. They do a lot for the storm industry, not just hurricanes. So, all right. Well, it was fun. Ian, how's it going, buddy? Thanks for sharing that photo yesterday. We'll be live tomorrow, Thursday. Remember, you can always find out when we're live again. Go on the webpage. Next Daily Brew, Wednesday. Next one will be Thursday here as I update it. So we'll be live tomorrow. No live Friday, but we'll be back live Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday. Also, the video now has it on the screen showing you the next live. So if you go back and watch it, you'll see that it says, oh, I didn't change it, though. Jeez. I always screw up. All right. Now it says it. God darn it. I messed up. Now it says it. I got so many checklists. Next Daily Brew now is Thursday, 6/19. I messed up. Twice in one show. All right. Well, hey, we'll see you tomorrow. Have a great Wednesday. I think it was Wednesday. Today's Wednesday. Yeah, have a great Wednesday. And we'll be posting from Minnesota tomorrow. So.